guys. Getting sick of me yet? I hope not. Anyway, if you are, I'm sorry. We're going to be doing some more factoring today. These are a little bit different because they're not trinomials. They're not three terms. They're only two. We can't use line dot line. We got to figure out something else. Here's another weird thing. This is a perfect square root. Remember that square root button on your calculator? Looks like that. So right above your division button on your calculator. If you hit your if you go put 1/6, put 16 in your calculator and hit the square root, you're going to get this number here. The square root of 16 is going to be equal to 4. The square root of 9 is going to be equal to this number, 3. These are both perfect square roots. By the way, n squared is also a perfect square root. It's equal to n because n times n is n squared. Say what? Yeah, just trust me. Ask me in class. So that's a perfect square root. It's 4n. 4n times another 4n is 16n squared. Perfect square root. 9 is 3 and 3. One of them has a plus sign between it. The other one has a minus sign. And that's done. That's factored. Weird, I know. 4n plus 3 times 4n minus 3 is equal to 16n squared minus 9 if you dance it out. If you multiply it out. That was number 1. Let's try another one here. Let's try number 6. Try number 6. Number 6 says n squared. N squared minus 25. That's number 6. N squared, perfect square root. 25, ooh, perfect square root. Now keep in mind, there must be a minus sign between these two perfect square roots. And there is on our problem, so we're good. If there was a plus sign there, we'd have a problem, and we'll talk about it in class. But we have a minus. So again, the square root of n squared is equal to n. The square root of 25 is equal to 5. 5 times 5. If you don't believe me, use your calculator. Go 25, hit your square root button. N and n. Plus 5, minus 5. One is always plus, one is always minus. By the way, these actual problems have their own name. Weird, I know. But it's called a difference of two squares. And I'm going to write that out. Would you please do that as well? It's a difference, E-N-C-E, difference of two squares. That's what it's called. I know, weird name. You'll learn to recognize them, a difference of two squares, okay? Let's do one more, not from the homework. Let me just see if you could do this. This is not from the homework. If I said factor that, could you? Could you realize that n squared, the square root of n squared is n? Why? N times n is n squared. A 1n to the 1 power, and remember we add exponents, right? 1 plus 1 is 2, right? So n squared, the square root of it is n to the 1. Square root of 36. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't. Hit your square root button if you don't. It's 6. What is it going to look like? N plus 6 and n minus 6. Okay? So if I said to you factor that problem, you'd say no problem, I can do that. It's n plus 6 times n minus 6. Okay? That's factored. That's factored. We'll talk more about factoring in class. Lots to say about it. That's just your first kind of, oh yeah, okay. All right. That's it for this particular assignment, and we'll see you back in class with all of your questions. All right? job.